Hi everybody, and welcome back to a new video. So today guys, we're doing a review on the MJX Bugs 2 drone. So before we get started on this particular review, I just wanted to give a huge thank you to GearBest. Guys, if you haven't checked out GearBest, go to gearbest.com. Those guys are awesome. They got some really cool gadgets, awesome drones, great prices. They are absolutely wonderful people to deal with. I can't say enough about them. They've been truly good to me, so be good to them. I will leave a link in the description if you're interested in this drone. So, let me grab the box here. So, this is what the box looks like. Again, this is the MJX Bugs 2, and this is a GPS drone. So, this is kind of similar to the Hubsan 507A that we reviewed last week. Except for this one, you know what I gotta say? I'm very impressed with this particular drone. This is an awesome drone. And again, it's a GPS drone. So here's what it looks like. This is actually a 1080p camera, which is really nice. And again, it's got GPS. There's your battery bay. I believe this is a... it's not an X, I forget what connector it is. It's a hobby grade connector. This is similar to the battery that you get with the MJX Bug 6 that I did a review on last week. So here's what the bottom looks like. You've got LEDs over on each corner, and right here you do have an SD card slot, and this one does come with an 8GB SD card, which is pretty sweet. Most of these drones, you don't get anything with them whatsoever. So this is really nice. So let's see what all we get inside of the box. So right away you get a SD card reader, which is pretty sweet. So if you don't have an extra card adapter or reader, they come with one of these, which is pretty nice. You get an extra set of propellers. That's really nice. You get a little screwdriver, and you get some extra of these. These are little washers that go inside the actual propellers themselves. And the other thing that's really cool, this is kind of similar to a DJI but a little bit different. So if these prop nuts, if they get too tight, what you do is you just slide this on over here like this, and you can kind of use it as kind of like a wrench so you can hold the prop and then you can move the nut up, which is really nice. So that's pretty cool. You get some bug stickers. These are actually pretty cool. I put some of these on my FPV goggles. And you get your owner's manual or user manual. This manual is awesome, guys. These guys, they did a fantastic job at translating this into English and readable English, not broken English like a lot of the booklets that you get with these. So props to Bugs. Keep it up, guys. Whoever's doing your translations, keep it up. They do an awesome job with this. So easy to read. Everything in here, just, yeah, I can't say enough about that. Like you guys know, you get some of these lesser expensive drones and the English is kind of broken and not so well, but these guys do a freaking phenomenal job. Just like the Bug 6 last week, the owner's manual is awesome. So here is what the controller looks like. This does take 4 AA batteries on the back. Everything on this controller, I love MJX because they do a phenomenal job on their controllers, labeling everything very clearly, which is nice. So right here, this is to turn your GPS on and off. Over here, this is your headless mode. These are your trim buttons. Over here, this is your on and off switch, of course. Up here, this is your automatic takeoff and landing. And this is to lock the motors when you land and unlock the motors when you want to start up. This one over here is your smart return to home. And this one over here, if you do a click like that, that will take a picture. And if you hold it down, that will start the video. And I really like the Bugs, or just MJX controllers in general. They're really nice. So when you switch this on, you get a display right here. It tells you how many GPS satellites are locked in, tells you how far away you are, tells you distance, height, and away from you. It tells you all kinds of telemetry back and forth from the drone. This does have, it says on the box, a 1 kilometer distance. I didn't test out 1 kilometer because that's quite a distance for a line of sight. So I didn't do that. But all in all, I'm really, really impressed with this drone. I had a chance to fly it out in the backyard just a little bit just to test it up and down, and I got to tell you what, really easy to calibrate the GPS. Once you calibrate the GPS, you get this guy up in the air, man. I tell you what, it is smooth. It's just rock solid, absolutely. And I love the design of the Bugs models. These Bugs they make some really cool models. And again, this is brushless motors, not brush motors. So you get that extra punch out there. Now this isn't a racing drone. This is just going to be something, but it still has a lot of power, which is nice compared to a lot of the cheaper brush motors. So for the money, this thing is absolutely phenomenal. I absolutely love this. All right, and last but not least, here's the battery that you get with the particular drone. This is a 7.4 1800 milliamp battery, 25C. This thing's got a lot of power, and you get a lot of flight time with this. Get about 15 to 20 minutes worth of flight time, so that's really nice. So if you got a couple of batteries with this, you could definitely be flying for about an hour. And it's got that connector like the MJX Bug 6 had from last week that we did a review on. And this one, just like the other one, it's got, you kind of got to pull it out. It's underneath the little lip here. But here is your balance charger port. This works with the same charger that you get with the MJX 6. So if you have that one or any of the other hobby grade chargers, you can charge this battery on it, which is pretty sweet. That's not too bad. So I'm really impressed with this. It's pretty decent. I'm not going to plug in the battery because this battery here, once you actually plug it in, there's no on and off switch. I kind of wish they had an on and off switch. I don't think it would be too much more money for them to create an on and off switch. But I think that's just the way Bugs does things, and that's okay. That's not a problem. So the battery, it just goes like this, and then I'm trying not to squish those wires, and then it goes like that. And then you got your light under here, you got lights here, and then I don't have GPS because I'm down in my basement, so that's why those lights are flashing. But what will happen is you put it on a flat surface and then you spin it 3 times like that, and then what will happen is the green lights will flash kind of light, and then you pick it up and you go like that, and then you flash it 3 or spin it 3 more times, and after you spin it 3 more times, then what will happen is the lights will stay solid, and then you'll have a GPS locked. Surprisingly, I'm going to go ahead and unplug the battery. The battery is a little bit difficult to get out of this one, so maybe a little bit different design. But all in all, it's a really good little drone. I like it a lot. So what I'm going to do next, guys, is we're going to take this out to my local park that I love flying at so much. And we'll take it out for a flight. We'll do some recording with the camera so you guys can see, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so we're at the local park here, and we're doing a review today on the Bugs, or the MJX Bugs 2. This is the new MJX Bugs that has GPS hold on it, which is cool. It's also got the 1080p camera as well, which is really, really nice. So what we're going to go ahead and do is hook the battery up, we'll calibrate the GPS, and then we'll get this guy up in the air floating around, and we'll see how it does. Okay, so to calibrate the GPS, what you do is you first put it like this, and it says in the manual to spin it about 3 times around. So we'll go 3 times, and then the light should all turn green. Yes. And then next, what it says to do is hold it like this and spin it around 3 more times. And then what should happen is, there we go, all the lights are steady. Okay. Alright guys, so we've got the GPS calibrated, and we've got the motors turned up, so we're going to go ahead and use the automatic takeoff. We'll see how that works. And yeah, so it's fairly good. Nice. Let's try the landing really quick. Make sure that it lands. So the automatic landing does work. That's good. Okay. So we'll hit the red button once to start the motors, and then we'll go ahead and take off again. Okay. So you can see it's staying nice and steady. It does drift a tiny little bit, but that's not too bad. That's pretty normal. And I've got 13 satellites that are locked into the to the drone, and you can see it stays really, really nice and steady. So I'm going to go ahead and hold the picture button down long, and that should start the video. So we'll go ahead and send it up here a little bit. So we'll kind of go across the field here. And we'll send it back. There we go. Okay. And we'll send it across this way over here. There we go. And as you can see, when you take off the throttle, you can see it kind of does like an air brake, kind of like how the DJIs do. So, but it's really nice and steady. Now, of course, this is not going to be a racing drone. This is just going to be a flying drone. So you're not going to get the huge speed that you would normally with a racing drone, but it stays really nice and rock steady. It's a really nice drone. MJX did a great job at this drone, so we'll bring it down so you guys can see. And I'll bring it in close so you guys can actually hear the motors. It's actually really, really quiet because it's got those brushless motors. There we go. As you guys can see, I just have to be careful because we have some people walking in the park, and we got some people running around the track. So we want to be extra careful, not to be flying over people and stuff like that. So we'll go over this way since they're not going over this way. So we'll kind of bring it up a little bit. Here we go. All right, so it's doing a really, really nice job staying nice and steady. There we go. So we'll go downwind here. Looks like a bird wants to attack the drone there, or a couple birds. So we'll stay away from the birds. And we got some people running this way, so we'll kind of send the drone out this way so we don't fly over people. We don't want the drone to get out of control and be hurting anybody. The birds are definitely out today. So I've never had birds try and attack or get close to my drone. I think these are swallows. So swallows are extremely territorial. But as you can see, this thing is just rock steady. It's absolutely great. I'm holding with just one hand, and it stays nice and steady like that. I've actually got 19 satellites locked into it right now, which is pretty good. It tells you the transmitter, tells you your transmission, your height, your distance. Now that's distance and height in meters and not feet. I don't know if you can change this to Imperial for America, but that's okay. I basically take the number and then times it by 3, and that gives you basically. So let's try out the headless mode. So we're going to send out the headless mode. There's headless mode. Doesn't matter what direction you're going in headless mode. If you're facing away from you, facing towards you, doesn't matter. Headless mode. That will stay in the same direction. Left will always be left. Right will always be right. So that does work. Let's send it a little ways away and up. And let's go ahead and let's try the what they call the smart return to home. So we'll go ahead and hit the button. and it's slowly making its way back. We're going to step back a little bit here because I don't know how far away this thing is going to be. I'm actually going to turn it off because we're right below a tree, and but it was getting ready to land, and I didn't want it to land in the tree. So, but the return to home, it does work. Like I said, we were just by a tree, and so didn't want to run into the tree and hurt anybody or myself or anything else. But as you can see, this thing is extremely smooth. I think MJX did a really, really great job with this drone. So there we are. We'll take it out of headless mode now. And so now we're back in just plain old regular mode now. And let's check the yaw rate. The yaw rate's pretty good. Like I said, it's not a racing drone, so you're not going to have extreme speed, but it does still perform pretty well. And we're getting pretty good on the battery life here. I mean, I'm really impressed with the batteries. This thing's just got plenty. The only thing I wish it had was a stabilized gimbal, but of course, with a stabilized gimbal, it's going to be extra money, and you're looking at prices like my DJI Phantom. So, but for the price for this, I give it 2 thumbs up, guys, because it is a sweet drone. This is really, really nice. It comes with 1 battery, but that's pretty much enough. You can probably buy 2, and you'd have plenty of time. You can see it's really steady. It does move around a little bit. If it does that, where it kind of wobbles back and forth, you just bring it down and recalibrate it. And it's probably because we're close to the ground too. So these tend to do better up in the air. But it's really, really super responsive. It's really, 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 really nice. I'm really impressed with this drone. They did a really awesome job with this. If you're looking to get into GPS drones like my DJI Phantom, you know, and things like that, there's somebody over in the field, so we don't want to go out there too far. But if you're looking to get into some GPS stuff and more stabilized drones, this is definitely the way to do it. There's some people running the track over here, so I'm going to bring the drone over here. We don't want to be flying over people, so we'll stay over here out of people's ways. Don't want to be bothering people. Stay away from the tree. There we go. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and bring it on back. There we go. We'll go ahead and land it. There we go. But yeah, guys, for the money, if you're looking into getting into a GPS drone that's not super expensive like a DJI, and you want something that's fairly decent, this is definitely a good drone. It's really nice. I like it. Alright, so we'll do the automatic land again. Alright, there we go. So, alright guys, so that was the flight of the MJX Bugs 2. So if you guys, hope you like the flight on that. If you enjoy this review and you like my channel, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And if you like the channel, the reviews, go ahead and hit the subscribe button for me down there. And if you hit the little bell, that just lets you know when I've got new videos that are available for you guys each and every week. So thank you for all the subscribers. Thank you for all the awesome comments. I appreciate it. Keep it coming, guys. I'll keep doing videos as long as people are watching. So in the meantime, guys, while we're waiting for the next video, at least keep our drones up in the air and flying high. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for hanging out with me today.